this figure of speech with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. So again, Jesus said to them, "Very truly I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who come before me are thieves and bandits, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved, and will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes in only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life, and may have it abundantly." This is the word of God for us, the people of God. You may find this next thing I'm about to read familiar. If you want to follow along, you're welcome. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now that one's one that we all know really well, right? So did the people of Israel. They would have known Psalm 23 very well. Maybe they didn't have it with numbers, but they would have known the shepherd's song because this was part of the Old Testament, part of the Hebrew Bible. And they would have gone through and recited these psalms time and time again, and they must have read it and thought, the Lord is my shepherd. What a wonderful, wonderful idea. That God would be so concerned with God's people that he would be with them all the time, just like a shepherd. Right? What happens if the shepherd abandons the sheep? Not good for the sheep. The sheep end up getting eaten, they end up starving, they don't know where they go, they get lost, and they wander off. Bad things happen to the sheep if the shepherd leaves. So this message, this scripture of Psalm 23, just like it was providing comfort to uncounted people throughout time at funerals, things like that, because it reminds us of God's continuing presence with us in our lives. It did the same thing for the Jews. But it was even more powerful for them because there were a lot of shepherds around. Nowadays, how many of you have actually seen a shepherd in the last 20 years? You don't see them. But in ancient Palestine, you would see shepherds like we see somebody working at McDonald's, or like you see somebody at the gas station. They were everywhere because the area, the land, was a land of shepherds, the sheep. And in fact, if you go over there now, you'll see itinerant shepherds living in the fields, much like those shepherds that first received the news of Jesus' birth. They're still out there, wandering around with their flocks. And these shepherds, they would have seen every day, whether they're riding into town, whether they're walking from place to place. Many of them would have family members who were shepherds or who worked with the sheep. And so for them, the metaphor of God as the shepherd was very much communicated to them. And so we have this story that Jesus tells. Jesus is talking to the disciples, and he uses the same metaphor, right? It's like he does a jumping off place from Psalm 23. He says, the Lord is your shepherd. You know all that, right? He makes you to walk in green pastures. He leads you beside still waters. He feeds you. He takes care of you. shepherds would come in one by one, and they would call out to their sheep. And you know what? The sheep knew the sound of their shepherd's voice. The shepherd, the best shepherds, would come in, call to their sheep, and only their sheep would come. Now, how do you think that happened? How do you think that they got that kind of relationship with their shepherd? Or that the shepherd got that kind of relationship with the sheep? You think he got it by ignoring them? You think he got it by setting them loose in the field and going and reading a book? You think he got it by mistreating them or ruling by fear? He got it by loving them, by being kind to them, by them knowing that when he called their name, there were good things on the other end of the walk, right? Sheep want to follow the shepherd because the shepherd knows where the good grass is, knows where the good food is, knows where the good, clean, safe water is, and knows where there aren't any wolves. So you follow that shepherd and you love that shepherd because you know where he's taking you is safe. Maybe y'all have that experience with pets. You know, you have one, maybe runs off and you call their name and they come back. Is that a good feeling to have? And so Jesus is talking to the disciples, and he uses this example of the sheep because the sheep know the voice of their shepherd and they follow the shepherd wherever it goes. Do you think that's wherever he goes? Do you think that if one of those bandits comes in and starts stealing the sheep, that the sheep are going to be happy to go with him? No, they're going to be scared. They're going to be frightened. They're being hauled out, not by the gate, dragged over the fence, whatever it is. They're being taken somewhere against their will. Jesus is talking to the disciples. There's lots of other people out there. There's lots of other things out there that you can follow in your life. But when you do, you're inevitably going to be led somewhere you don't want to be. But Jesus is the gate. Jesus is the good shepherd. Jesus calls us by name. Maybe you remember that day when you heard the call of your shepherd. And you committed and you followed him wherever he led. That's when it happened. Maybe it's been so long that it's just a dim, wonderful memory that you say, you know what, it's been a long time that I know I've been following Jesus all this time. But regardless, we are the sheep. The sheep don't choose their shepherd, do they? The sheep follow their shepherd. A lot of times nowadays, what we think we do is that we get to take and go to the buffet, right? That we say, I want a little bit of this shepherd, a little bit of that shepherd, and I'll take a little bit of Jesus here, but not the parts about, crosses and self-sacrifice and all that, but I'll have a little bit of this guy over here, a little bit of that. And you know what? I really want to just follow my own gut. I want to follow my own desires, and I'll head that way. What do you think happens to sheep that get it into their head that they're better than the shepherd and they know where to go? Those are the ones that you find upside down in the creek. Those are the ones that get eaten by the wolves. And we do it all the time, right? We forget that we're the sheep and Jesus is the shepherd. We think we're all the shepherds. But we're not. We're the sheep. Sometimes we need to remember that. And the most important thing that the sheep can do is to know the voice of their shepherd. That way they end up in their safe place. They end up being fed. They end up where they need to be. And so this morning, it's appropriate that this scripture would come up on Mother's Day. Mothers do a lot of wonderful things. Keep us safe, feed us. They almost sound like a shepherd. But they're wonderful as they are a reflection of that shepherd. And what mothers can do for us, above all the other stuff, fixing our scratches, giving us hugs when we're sad, fixing our lunches for school, all that wonderful celebrated just a few weeks ago. Christ died and rose for us. He's already gone before us. Everywhere that we're going to go, the shepherd has prepared the way. The shepherd only wants good. The shepherd only wants joy. The shepherd wants life abundant for us. We can have that life, and we can have it abundantly when we're willing to follow the shepherd. So this morning, I encourage you to be the sheep. To not think of yourself as the shepherd or fall prey to bandits, but to be ready to follow your shepherd. To teach those that come after you to know the voice of their shepherd. And to follow him. Everlasting life. Amen. Our closing hymn, our hymn of consecration, never call it the right thing, is Savior Like a Shepherd Lead Us. It's number 381. How appropriate that we sing this song. We're talking about Jesus, the Good Shepherd, and let's sing about him as the